Good morning, guys. As you guys can see, the garage is quite packed right now. That is because we just got a free load of media that we've been sorting through, but more importantly today we're going to look for the metal scrap in here and take it to the scrapyard for some money for the start of a new series. Let's strap in. And just so you guys know, everybody thinks you need a big old truck or whatever to go to the scrapyard. You can literally go to a scrapyard with a small amount of stuff, which I'm about to show you guys, and get a bit of money and make your way onto whatever grail or whatever goal you want to get. Starting off with these two items that we're going to take. This is a microwave found in an alleyway, and then this fan we found in a storage unit that we won a few months ago. What we're going to do is actually clip the cords off of these because they will be sorted separately. We'll get to that in 1 second, but you will see why, and then we will bring these two in as breakage. Also, don't forget to clip off the end as well. These go as a separate category. So now that we have our wire, we can put it in our wire pile and we'll get that going. Okay, a nice pile of wires here. These are what you would consider common wire. I'm not going to go through a whole video on like how categories work and all that. There's plenty of scrapping channels and videos that explain how to do that, but this is low-grade common wire, literally just a bunch of stuff from computers, because we did get a bunch of computer stuff in the free haul that we recently got. I actually have some more to add on to this pile, which I'm going to do now. This pile right here. All right, next thing we're adding is this car intake manifold. This is going to be aluminum along with this aluminum bat, which I actually got from the bins a very long time ago. So we're going to take these in again as aluminum. Let's get it loaded. Loaded up. Let's get to the scrapyard. Alright guys, we just got paid out from that little window over there. You can't really see it that well, but we got ourselves $21 to spend at the bins. Let's go hop next door and get over there and go digging. So already off the bat, my bag feels really heavy, so it's going to be interesting to see what we keep out of this. We've done some pretty okay stuff so far, but let's keep digging. Let's keep digging. Books could be okay, books are pretty cost effective, but not seeing anything that we can really lot up or anything that's like singularly worth a lot of money. So we'll keep looking, but yeah, check it out guys. It's looking good. I usually get a cart about 10 minutes in, and there's none right now. That kind of sucks. Kind of just generally browsing for VHS because they do put them out in the GM sometimes. Not looking good so far. Haven't found a single VHS out here, but there could also be some lighter things that may fit our buying criteria. Finally, a VHS. What is it? What is it? Head jam. Okay. Educational. Probably gonna pass. Education good, but not in the VHS form. See if there's any small electronics in here, maybe. Of course, I'd find something for myself here. No power cord, which is weird. So our bins does bigger electronics for a flat price, and VCRs, single VCRs are usually $5.99. But however, this model Gold Star, not really that great of a brand name, only has 4 sold, and not for very good prices either. They're 26 on bid and then 15 on bid. 35. So I'm probably gonna pass on this one. If it had more comps, if it had more sold in 90 days, I would probably grab it, but I'm gonna leave this one today. Halfway sorting through this stuff. This is all of my keeps so far, and I realize we're doing too well today. We're doing too well. All of this stuff I want to keep so far. We still have all this other stuff to go through. Don't worry guys, this is also going to be a personal buy, and we're going to subtract that. I'll explain after we get home. Guys, I'm in trouble. Okay, so we have a little over 30 CDs, which is going to equate to a little over 5 pounds, maybe 5.5 pounds. Let's just call it 6. So that's $12 in just CDs alone, not including all the Blu-ray. We got a couple games over here. Of course, we have a VHS. It's only 5 cents a book. 2 books, actually. Maybe we don't count those, and we don't count the personal item over here. Let's just see where we're at with all of this. All right, so we did spend $28.92 grand total, but obviously we had some personal stuff in there, and we're not going to count the books. I just couldn't leave them behind, though. I know that's bending the rules a little bit, but let's break down the math at home. Okay, let's take a look at what we got for our scrap money today at the bins. Very happy with this haul. Right off the rip, we have 2 copies of Rocksmith. These are going to go on eBay, hopefully sell pretty quickly. I'll update you guys when anything sells. But yeah, these are going on the bay. A really nice stack of Blu-rays. I see some common titles and some little less common titles. None really that stand out to me except for maybe like Annabelle, which is horror. We do have Captain Marvel down there, which Marvel always sells. Zombieland Double Tap right there as well. I don't know if this is enough Blu-ray to really say that this will be its own show. Maybe we wait till a couple more trickle in and we'll kind of have a new inventory show, but we'll talk more about that in a minute. But the best part so far are all of these CDs. There's even more down here. A lot of them, again, I kind of briefly talked about what these are, but they're like more obscure punk and hardcore CDs. So these are definitely worth having our own Whatnot show for these. Speaking of, let's go ahead and schedule a show so you guys can sort of follow along and see what it's like on Whatnot, and see how much we get too. You can see live or you can wait for the video afterwards. It's up to you. Before we do that, I just want to talk about just some leftovers here. We did get Catwoman here on VHS, which a little less common. And then we got two books here, a little Goosebumps and then Attack on Titan manga, which I'm not exactly sure. How we're going to do this. Maybe we wait until we get some more VHS and do a Whatnot show for these, or maybe we lots them up if we get some like VHS, you know, maybe if we get like a series, maybe like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle series 1, 2, and 3 can go for a decent amount. We pay very little for them. On the book end, I'm not exactly sure how that's going to go either. Maybe we do a Whatnot, maybe we throw them in the booth and then track them by a custom SKU so we know that they are for this series. This is going to be the total with the VHS and the books included, but we did spend a grand total of $28.92. Do, however, need to talk about what went on with that Synology thing that we got. So that Synology network attached storage device that we did get has already sold on eBay. This is being filmed about a week later from when we initially went, and we did pay $13.98 for the shipping label. I can't remember exactly how much it did weigh, but I have to think for $13.98 in shipping, we probably were somewhere in the region of 4 to 5 pounds for ground advantage. So with that math, I'll say that we were under what we initially got from our scrap haul. So we're in good shape. We're technically not cheating. I just could not let that item pass me by because we did sell it for over $100. So be on the lookout for that type of stuff if you're able to test it. And like a good reseller should, I am keeping our receipt, our very first receipt. I'm actually going to keep it with the main receipts for the year here, but I'm going to keep them separate just because for my records in case I need to go back and get some numbers. But always keep your receipts together, nice and cohesive, you know. Also going to make sure that I label the bin that all of our Blu-rays are going to go in to keep them separated and make sure they don't get mumble jumbled with all of the other Blu-rays that are around and about. Yes, it is a mess in here, I know. Now, you're probably wondering what I'm doing laying out these CDs like this. Well, we are going to make a thumbnail out of this. On Whatnot, thumbnails go vertically, so we're doing a nice little vertical picture just to give people an idea of what is to come in that show. Because honestly, if you're doing a very small show like this, especially if you're doing a show like this, it is really key to give people an idea of the cream of the crop of what you're bringing to the show. Now, if you're doing, clothing, like let's say you're doing sweatshirts of different brands, you can just make a simple thumbnail like saying, oh, we've got this, and this brand of sweatshirt, size this through this. With CDs, a little different, right? Like we're going to say, hey, this is a punk show or a hardcore show, whatever it may be in the title. Then people are going to see the thumbnail and they're going to want to come by. We do have another stack of CDs that are not exactly related to this genre, but still great CDs nonetheless. We'll talk more about that later on how, again, we're probably going to save these for a different show. All right, here's our show. It's going to be at 7:30 this Friday, guys. I'll see you there, all right? So now I'm at the good old listing station and going to look at these two copies of Rocksmith. Make sure that these discs are looking okay. This one could probably use a little bit of a resurface. We finally got our own resurfacing machine, by the way. Very happy about that. This one looks okay to sell just as is, has very little wear going on. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this other one resurfaced, get this one listed, and these will be up on eBay, and hopefully we'll put an aggressively fair price on these so they sell a little bit quicker, because we're trying to recoup some funds so we can buy some more stuff. All right, listed both of those for just under 10 bucks. I'll let you guys know when they sell. All right, guys. So I want to talk about why we are doing this series, why we are making content again after so sporadically doing so this year, which I do apologize about. I'm not going to dive into that. It's not the time for it. It never gets easier talking about loss on camera as a content creator. Just period. It never gets easier. We lost one of our own, a friend of the channel, a fellow thrifter, a fellow garage sailor, a fellow collector of retro media, a fellow gamer, an all-around excellent human being. And you guys might remember Casey from previous episodes, but always just super stoked to get rad stuff and also give us great deals. I've known him since we went to elementary school together. Yeah, so I talked to his family and we thought it might be nice to do something to honor him. And so that's why we're doing this series. And what we're going to do, Casey had always wanted a NES top loader. So the goal of the series is to get enough money from basically free stuff to buy an NES top loader. And we are going to, instead of put it in my collection, which I have a ton of stuff from his collection, and I'm very, very grateful for it. Very grateful to be an arbiter for his stuff. But instead of keeping the NES, the top loader NES in our collection, we're just going to give it away. We're just going to give it away. We're going to give it away on Whatnot, just as part of a show, and just to honor him, and hopefully a fellow gamer gets that top loader. But anyway, that's why we're doing this. Really don't have much more to say about it, because it's hard to talk about. And that's all there is to it. So anyway, please, guys, hit that thumbs up on the video. Please follow along. It's going to be a fun journey. We're doing it for Casey. Thanks, guys.
$90 piece.
Yeah, this is insane. So this is like a 7-foot G.I. Joe playset that you got at a garage sale, right?
Yeah. This whole thing cost me $40.
That's so crazy.
And all the jerseys And the Jordans.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk about that stuff. I mean, this is out of my league. Like, not only is it out of my league financially, but
G.I. Joe. Plus.
yeah. But I mean, you've got people now that are offering you like $700 sight unseen.
They haven't even looked at it, and they gave me $700. Just bring it to the toy shop, and it's $700 right now.
Yeah, this is
So,
insane, dude.
I don't even know.
This is insane.
And like, they said that this part is like $120, and it's like I don't know what to do with it. $120 scaffolding.
Well, this is what I brought for trade. Let me know what you think. Obviously, I brought you the dog bone we've been talking about.
I don't have Remy Snappy. That's in there.
Okay.
I don't have that. Dude, so far, you're 3 for 3. I don't have American Gladiator.
Okay.
And the boner.
And the bone.
Man, you hit all of them. I used to have it as a kid. Somewhere there's one full in my attic.
Pretty sweet.
You had this as a kid? Yeah, well, it's in my attic. My dad's garage sale.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
I had a secondhand one as a kid. I never had like a brand new one.
Yeah.
No, wait, what the hell on that phone? No, I had one that was never like mine where I got to put the stickers on. It was always a secondhand one from the garage.
Yes, and like